Hey there, Dylan, over at the Smart Real Estate Group, coming at you today talking about a topic that's not talked about very often. So, you want to buy a new construction home, right? Everybody's going to talk to you about what do you want in the new home? Like, what do you want to do with it? Do you want granite? Do you want high end fixtures? How many bedrooms, square footage? They're going to talk to you about that, and that's great. It's important, it's necessary. I want to talk to you about looking for that lot. Now, why is this important? Well, there's things called restrictive covenants, and they will sometimes get in the way of the most beautiful plan. There are other things that take into account, like cost of building and things like that. So let's dive in. Looking for a lot. Question is, are you going to buy a lot, a piece of land that you are going to build the house around, meaning that you don't care about anything else as much about the house. You're just going to find the lot, and that's what's important to you. Or do you have a design or things that you really care about that you have to find the right lot for? That's really the big question. So, things to consider. There are certain municipalities that are more expensive to build in because of their permitting process. For example, I have heard, and my understanding is that Greenville in our area tends to be a little more expensive than others. So that'll affect your bottom line and how much and what you're building for, right? Other things are what kind of square footage are you putting in? Because there are some subdivisions where you have to have minimum square footage, you have to have minimum amount of brick or stone, something on the front, and things like that. So keep that in mind. It's the chicken or the egg kind of thing. Once you have a design, then you can kind of know where you're going to put it, or do you care more about where you're going to put it, and then you go from there. And ultimately, talking with a realtor or a builder will be able to help you then at some point start narrowing it down a little bit. But keep all of these things in mind, like, do you want sidewalks? Because there might be subdivisions that have zero plans of ever putting sidewalks in. Well, if you want a sidewalk, you're going to need to be in a different subdivision. And if you are going to have to pay for those, you're going to want to know that too. So keep all these kind of things in mind, pay attention to restrictive covenants, and go from there. Hopefully that helps.